Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our last two league games of the season against Monterose, who are at the bottom of the league, and Kesatana, who are sat up in 5th place. As things stand, it is our last two games of the season. We've actually dropped out of the playoff places in that top 10 at the moment, but after 10 games without a win, we managed to get a 1-0 victory at home against Avellino, and we followed it up with a 2-0 draw away from home against Juve Stabia. And Amalso scoring penalties in the last two games, and Vincenzo Plesia also managing to get on the score sheet against Juve Stabia as well. You'll have to bear with me in today's episode. I'm absolutely full of a cold. I'm hoping I can get through it without too many sneeze breaks, but we'll see how things go. First game at home against the bottom club Monterose, and it's all to play for. In relation to the league table, as I said, we're sat in 11th place. We're 5 points clear of the relegation playoffs, and we're only outside of the promotion playoffs on goal difference. I'm not too sure how it all splits up, but we've got an opportunity of either finishing outside of both sets of playoffs or ending up in one or the other. But the key thing is we want to get a win to secure our safety. If we can get out of the relegation playoffs, that would be great. So we're going to the game against bottom club Monterose today. They did beat us last time out. We've gone back to the 4-3-3, but we've changed one or two roles within the 4-3-3. So hopefully we can go into this game and just try and push on a little bit. I'm really hoping that we can get the 3 points. After the win and the draw last time out, we played reasonably well. But we've got a lot of work to do in the transfer market ready for next season. We've already confirmed a couple of young signings that are being released from Serie A clubs. And we wanted to make a third signing as well, but unfortunately he signed for another Serie A club. So we were really punching above our weight with him. But we have got a striker coming in, and we've got a central midfield player coming in as well, as I was saying. Both teenagers. So hopefully they can come into the side and give us a bit of youthful exuberance in there. As Monterose looking to break away here with Selipo. And to be fair, when we played Monterose last time, we deserved more out of the game, but we ended up getting quite heavily beaten. In fact, their veteran striker ended up with a couple of goals. But again, we didn't really play badly, but I'm hoping that we can come out as the better side today. But they're getting a lot of space at the moment in the centre of the pitch. And Verzelletti plays it back to Parole. Now Palati. Back to Verzelletti, just holding on to possession on this right-hand side, laying it back. And they're controlling possession very, very well here. We've had two yellow cards early on, but we're not looking particularly aggressive in our challenging. And here is Giuseppe, who was the man who scored twice against us last time out. Plays back to Verzelletti, and there is Gori, and there is the goal for Monterose. And once again, the curse of the episodes continues. We find ourselves behind, deservedly so, I might add. We've been very poor so far. Hopefully we can pick it up. Goropek into Franco, lays it back again. Henry Francis back to Goropek, just about keeps it in. Franco delivers toward the far post, and Rigon, who had a fantastic game against us last time, from what I can remember as well. He had a very good game in goal for Monterose in the initial game. Does well again there to make the claim. Manetta into Rosafio. Now Goropek, trying to move down this right-hand side. Plays it into Rosafio. Plays it back to Goropek, who's found a bit of space. Tries to cut in, and he finds Zuno. And again, Rigon making the save, but Zuno was offside. And again, we are really lacking an out-and-out goal scorer. We were lucky in the end to draw against Juve Stabia. And the game against Avellino, we were very lucky to get the win, if truth be told. But Monterose, with their only shot on target, do have the lead. We've had 5 attempts on target now with 6 attempts at goal, but we still haven't really had too many out-and-out goal-scoring opportunities, despite the number of chances. And we're going to get stuck into the lads and tell them that we've really got to push on here, because this is unacceptable again. And it's happening every single time we record as well, which is really frustrating me, if truth be told. But you know, it's getting really, really frustrating. And Cavallo is going to come on that right hand side. Zuno's going to go out to the left. Amalso's coming off because he's only rated a 6.1. He has been dreadful out wide for us today. And other than that, we'll leave it at that for now, I think, and just hope for the best. It's been a very poor showing from a number of players again, and we've already agreed to let a number of players leave the club as well. So we are definitely going to be looking at making a big rebuild in the summer, subject to finances. And Zuno, with a decent run there, couldn't quite get the strike on target. I think actually Regon did manage to get a touch on it, but I can't imagine it was going in anyway. Cavallo, with the resulting corner, swings it in. Easily cleared. Plessia back to Cavallo. And now Vaca Jr., and this time it's blocked. And again, we're not getting any luck either in front of goal. We're creating opportunities again. And again, deflections, lucky saves from the keeper. It's all going against us at the moment. And we're really finding it difficult as Manetta trips up Verzelletti. And it remains 1-0. Manetta got a yellow card for that as well. And we're going to encourage the lads because it's not been a poor performance today. We've been by far the better side. Monteros is still with only the one shot on target. But unfortunately, from our point of view, it led to the goal. And since then, we have been largely dominant, but we just can't find a way to break down Monterosa. Here is Zuno, though. Down the left side, finds Franco, and again, this time it's the woodwork that's kept it out. We're really unlucky today. But again, we need to really be focusing in and getting some conversion on these chances. Plessia out wide to Grimeland. Can we get another opportunity? Grimeland's still with the possession on that left-hand side. No opportunity created. But look at the match stats. It's so dominant from us. But again, in front of goal, we've been so poor. And that crossing from Cavallo was shocking. Regon easily making the claim at the far post. And with 15 minutes to go, I think we're going to be lucky to find ourselves getting a goal here. Cavallo coming down the right-hand side, trying to get the ball into the penalty area. Finally, it links up, this time with Vincenzo Plessia, and we finally get our deserved equaliser. It's been coming, but at the same time, with the way it was going, I felt like we weren't going to get the goal again. And he did a Rabona cross there, Cavallo. I just noticed he did a little cheeky Rabona cross. When you're 3 or 4-0 up, yeah, maybe that's the time to do it. Don't get me wrong, it worked, but a bit of a daft decision, from my opinion. Manetto taking a free kick there. Regon was beaten, but unfortunately so was the goal. And a point is enough to keep us safe from those relegation playoffs. And despite, I mean, you look at the match stats, we've got to be winning that match. And again, it's points dropped. At least we got a result. And the target was to avoid relegation. So the job has been done this year. But overall, I am very disappointed that we couldn't convert that into a win because we certainly deserved it. And based on the number of chances, again, a lot of wasted opportunities, it would appear as well. So we really need to focus in on the attacking talent that we've got at this football club next season, as well as defensively as well. At times we've been so lazy. So we really do need a full squad rebuild. As you can see in relation to the mid-table, well, it said that we were safe, and I don't actually think that we are. Goal difference should save us anyway. Latina, Virtus, and Sorrento are all on 47 points. We're only 3 points clear of those sides. So goal difference should be okay. We go into a game against Quesatana next. If we can get a result against them, we might squeeze into that top 10. But if we can finish in this little gap, I'd be quite happy, to be honest. We've got no need to want for more. We had a great start to the season. We overperformed, judging by the way the second half of the season's gone. So I think we can certainly take positives from the season, but my word, we've got a lot of negatives that we need to sort out as well. We've got an away game coming up in a week's time against Quesatana, so bear with me. We'll get to that match and hopefully we can finish the season on a high. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game away against Quesatana. Like I said before, we're pretty much safe now, despite the number of points difference and things like that. It's all very tightly congested in that centre of the table. From 7th place down to ourselves and Potenza, who are in 12th place. there's only 3 points, and then from Foggia, Cerignola, Messina, ourselves, and Potenza, all on 50 points, as well as just being the 3 points behind them. We're only 3 points ahead of 16th place, so it's a very congested mid-table. Crotone won the league a number of games ago, so they were very comfortable. To be quite honest, I'd be quite happy just with a point and not qualifying for the playoffs. I think it's a good start for us, and obviously the start of the season certainly built us up very, very well. Pushed us to the top half of the league, and it kept us there for most of the season. It's just obviously that really heavy streak of not getting any points on the board with no winning 10 games that really took us down the table a bit, to be fair. And we've had 1 win and 2 draws in our last 3 matches, and I'm hoping we can get a result here today away against Kesitana. It would be nice to finish the season with a win, but at the same time, I'm not too fussed about qualifying for the playoffs. And in relation to our goal difference, we are worse off than the rest, so we'll see how things go anyway. Manetta here with a free kick, and it's over the crossbar. And that's another thing. I think a good set piece taker wouldn't go amiss either in relation to everything. Basically, free kicks, corners, etc. We need a decent taker. I was just about to change to the league table, but it's not going to happen for the time being. And Caretta coming into the edge of the penalty area, and that's a good save from Eduardo Sarri. Caretta did well to create the opportunity for himself there for Kesitana, but Sarri again doing reasonably well in goal. The delivery comes in, and Bacchetti with the header just over the crossbar. Sarri untested, and it remains as is. In relation to the league table, as things stand, we are actually going into those playoff places. Pacerno are beating Foggia, and Virtus are actually winning as well. So Virtus are pretty close in there as well. Here's Vaca Jr. Lays it, gets it back. Couldn't find the pass to Franco, and Deli clears to Ravaglia. And a counter-attack is potentially on here with Tavanelli. And now Deli completely in behind the defence. And we've completely fallen apart. We're not picking up any of the men. And Filippo Damian with the finish. It was a good counter-attack from Kesitana, don't get me wrong. But defensively, that was absolutely abysmal. And we find ourselves behind now. And again, defensive frailties starting to show. Zuno with a poor pass this time. I think tactically we are going to have to do something a lot different next season. It really doesn't suit this squad the way we've tried to play. It did for a while, but as time's gone on, it just hasn't. And Manetta, stupidly, has stuck his leg out, tripped the striker, and it's a penalty. And going into half-time, it's going to be at least 2-0 by the looks of things. Deli here with the penalty, and he smashes it into the top corner. So we're ending the season very, very badly. And it's going to be a heavy defeat by the looks of it here. And we've berated the team because, I mean, it's just completely out of order. I mean, our wingers have been non-existent. And once again, in terms of striking options, we've got none. Zuno and Amauso, our top scorers with 10 goals each, which in a 38-game season is nowhere near enough. And as you can see by the number of points in the league table, there's now 7 teams on 50 points. Luckily, we're in the middle of that because we've got a better goal difference than the teams behind us. But, you know, I mean, we're creating more opportunities again than Kesitana, but again, defensively, we're being let down. We're going to demand more, but it's not going to... it's not going to do anything at this stage. And there's no point in making any substitutions either. It's going to be last appearances for a number of these players at the club anyway. And we've ended on quite a sour note, really. Despite the start of the season, obviously we started pretty badly, but we've had a really good few runs in there. We've ended up finishing down in 13th place, way above the relegation battle, which has been very, very good. Incidentally, okay, that's interesting. So that's changed around a little bit. So now the bottom 2 have been automatically relegated in Monterosi and Monopoli. Brindisi and Turris are in a relegation playoff. So I'm not too sure what's happened there. all of the top 10 are still in a promotion playoff. So, yeah, bit of a strange one, that one. Not too sure what's happened there. But we have avoided relegation officially on the final day. So, I think overall we can be quite pleased. And we've secured survival, but we have got a lot of work to do going forward. It has to be said. In relation to the squad, like I say, I mean, what I'll do, I'll just clear that off a minute. So Fumagalli is leaving the club. Pacquiao we're going to let go as well. Polito is going to leave. Ortiz is going to leave. Salvo is also going to leave. He's out of contract as well. Jack Henry Francis, unfortunately, he's agreed a deal with Hellas Verona. So he's going on to bigger and better things in Italy. Sevilleri's going to leave. Giunta is leaving. Rosafio, his loan deal is coming to an end, as is Zuno's loan deal as well. Zuno, to be fair, is actually available to potentially sign. He's had an okay season, but his finishing ability has let him down at times this season. He's on loan from Cremonese in Serie B, and they're not far off being relegated, to be fair. So he could end up at our level anyway. I'm unsure at the moment. He could be an option, but I am unsure at the moment. Um, so as things stand now, he will be out of the squad as well. Obviously, the grayed out players just come in there, which leaves us with a 15-player squad. We've got 2 players coming in, one in central midfield and a striker. So we know exactly what's happening. We've got a lot of work to do over the summer to try and build this squad and build some quality in this squad. And hopefully we can find a system that works a little bit better as well. We've done okay this first season, but we have got a lot of work to do. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time for our transfer special. This is Big Will, signing away.